Hi, I'm Kathy Goodwin. I work for 3rd Street Family Health Services, and I am the 3rd Street's Family Housing Intervention Specialist. I partner with Mansfield City Schools, so my office is even right here at the Board of Education. So in partnering with Mansfield City Schools, I was brought on to work side by side with the SAFE program, which is Student Achievement Through Family Engagement. That's what the SAFE program stands for. Phil Mitchell is the head honcho at SAFE. He's the one that has run this program for many years. But I came on board and I am the community health worker that works with the housing insecure families and the families who are in crisis through Mansfield City Schools. So this need was created through Mansfield City Schools, and that would be from preschool all the way up to high school. We saw the need of the housing insecure families and students, the students who are couch surfing, the families who are doubled up with other families or friends, other relatives, families that are in unstable housing, like infestation or unstable foundation, unstable building itself, the doors don't lock, no heat, that type of thing. Families that have been evicted or are currently in different shelters, domestic violence, they could be staying in a hotel or in a campsite or in their car or heaven forbid in the park. We are here to help those families and not only help them get into a place or get services to help them secure more stability, but I'm also here to help them for a year out. So when someone signs on as my client or as a caseload, I will stick with them and make sure that they stay in their housing and make sure they have their needs met. We have a lot of social services in Mansfield, but connecting to those services can sometimes be very confusing. So that's where I come in and I'm able to relieve those barriers and help them navigate that system and then stay stable. Okay, when families come in, the first person that they meet with is Phil Mitchell. And he will do an intake with them, get them signed up through an at-risk list so that their kiddos are taken care of. It is anonymous though. No one knows these families' business unless they need to know. We are advocates for the family and for the students. The first thing we do though is to help them with toiletries and with different supplies that they may be lacking. That can be a huge form of stress right there itself because a lot of times pantries don't provide those, your SNAP benefits don't provide those. So, and especially if you're staying with another family, you might be draining their resources and their supplies. So Phil will bring them back here and he'll take them through and they get to choose what kind of laundry soap they want, or this is regular soap bars, and they have all kinds of toiletry needs, razors and shampoo, conditioner, lotions, just about anything that you would typically buy at the drugstore or the big box stores. We have in here chapstick. We have tons of diapers. Things like odds and ends. Down on the bottom shelf, there's some odds and ends. You know, we have women's healthcare hygiene. There's baby items. Because we not only take care of the kids who are in school, but we take care of every kid in that family itself. Come on back. We have things like gloves and hats. We do have coats available, and the coats are all brand new. Everything that we offer, we try to offer brand new items. We do have a few used for in case of emergencies. There's also things like pillows or blankets. And then over here you see the backpacks. So these are extremely important at the beginning of school because those supplies can get expensive. And these backpacks are arranged by grade and by boy or girl. And then here's some loose. This is what we pack all of the supplies. This is the supplies that we pack. Another part of our population is people that are in hotels. And if they have been evicted from their home or have just moved here, they may have all their things in storage, or they may have lost all of their things. So we offer things like family games, little items that they can play while they're in the situation they're in. And if they're in their own home, or we still will offer these up. Got outdoor items, headphones. We have lots of books over here. And then Holly Christie loves these. Dr. Christie is our program head. She puts these together, these happy birthday party kits. These are wonderful. They have can of soda, frosting. The soda is what you use to make this. But this is something else that people don't realize. Families that are in crisis and families that are in need and in that survival mode, they're not thinking about parties. And this doesn't even have to be a birthday party. It can just be a, hey, I love you, I'm gonna celebrate you as my kid kind of party. But it's really fun. It's something that you don't have to have a lot of supplies to make. Wow, being in La Luna, it brings back a lot of memories. It's kind of where our art journey brought us. And I say us, meaning the entire art community and the music community of Mansfield. Back in the mid-2000s, we started a real movement. I mean, it was a huge group of people who came together as artists, as musicians, as poets. So the relaxed space that used to be the coffee shop, and then there was an art gallery as well next to it. There was a tea shop and a coffee shop, and it kind of kept evolving. The art gallery next to it was run by the Art Center, and we would have open mic nights there. We would have First Friday events there. They were always so popular, especially around the winter time, which was surprising. And then we had the bookstore, which always had poetry readings and people coming in and talking about their passions. And then we had the Susie's, which she still has her things going on at City News, and she's keeping it alive down here. And Element of Art is still going. I was there for about 8 years, and we would do First Fridays, and we would have newcomers come in, and we would also have the talent from Pioneer Performing Arts, always something new. The dancers from Richland New Hope Industries. Aurelio Diaz did a great job with them as well, and just was so instrumental. So when he purchased La Luna, it gave the art community and the music community the platform to be able to perform on a regular basis. And he would always do collection, but it went back to the artists themselves. And I had such a fun time partnering with Aurelio, having these art shows, and they're coming back again. So watch out for those, because we have art shows beginning, and he's had them dabbling since COVID, but he's starting to reopen the space for more events. And as far as downtown goes, it's starting to thrive again. When COVID happened, things seemed to back up a little because people stopped being around each other. We got used to kind of having that social distancing. But you know what? It's really nice to see everybody and to have everybody coming back together and watching the community grow again. And it's a whole new group of young artists. The tea shop, Third Cup, Braxton is doing a fantastic job. Nicole at Two Cousins, she's bringing in not just bands, but she's bringing in some hardcore stuff, which is amazing. Yeah, it's like we're not afraid to show what Mansfield has to offer, and so excited to see where it goes. When I was in my 20s, I got my start doing this type of thing in Atlanta. I was able to work for promoters down there, and it was a husband-wife team, and they would promote for for national shows that they would bring into Atlanta. So they would have bands like the Black Crowes or the Misfits. There was so many bands that I got to work with. I would be the one to go in for the shows and make sure everything was running smoothly, make sure they had what they needed, take them out afterwards, whether it was going to a restaurant or to a VIP, depending on what the band wanted. And I would get to hang out and do that. When I left Atlanta, which was in my late 20s, early 30s. Still missed having that, but now in Mansfield, and especially with the stuff Aurelio and I used to do, prior to COVID, able to organize those bands again and bring in some national acts, and it was really fun, and it's going to be fun again. So I'm thrilled to be able to have a part in that. All right, so I mentioned a few minutes ago about the shows that are coming up. I've been able to work with so many of the different social services here in town, and one of the most instrumental has been the domestic violence shelter. So when Aurelio came to me and asked me if I'd be a part of a fundraiser for the shelter for Christmas, I was thrilled to be able to jump on board with that as well. So we decided to do a fundraiser called "Twas the Night Before Listmas." We're going to have a lot of local bands. You can see The Touch, Sovereign Court is from here, Rat Lord, or Foster Kids, Nick Careless, Sarah Goff, Belicia Marie Salas. It's going to be her debut with Chico's brother. And that's going to be Friday, December 13th, right here at La Luna. And the address you can see is 32 North Walnut Street, 7 o'clock. We asked for suggested donations. The reason being for this is that the families that are in domestic violence shelter, sometimes they really want to buy for their own kids. And offering up the donations and gift cards, it'll allow the shelter to go and get gift cards so that they can shop for themselves, shop for their families. It'll offer more of that autonomy when it comes to gift giving. Sure. So we would love to see everyone out here.